Hello, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to Ongakuri, the podcast where three friends come together and break down what's new in the Japanese music industry. This is the podcast for the week of September 25th, 2020. I'm your host, Ken, and with me we have Gray.
What's happening, dudes?
And Luna.
Hello, everyone. Oh, Genki.
So glad to have you back, Luna.
Yes, I was going to
Yay.
say, it's good to have you back.
I know I've missed listening to some of the new tracks, but it's been a very long, exhausting week, and there are days I had no idea what day it was.
Yeah, last week's, I can only speak for myself, but I thought last week was pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. I was really happy with last week's Oricon, but I think this week was interesting.
But with that, let's continue on to what we've been listening to. Let's start with you, Luna, since we missed you the last week.
So, I haven't been listening to that much. It's mainly been the same artist, Kodakumi, and mainly because she dropped her new single, KKXX, and she has her album My Name out, the fan club only though, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get my copy because they're not shipping to the US. Even the drop shippers aren't. So, crossing my fingers on that, but I've been listening to her Beach Mix, her latest remix album, her KKXX, Lucky Star. I mean, it's been all about Koda, all about Kuchan. And I also went back to some Boa just because she has a new single coming out. Went back to a lot of her K-pop stuff though. And some A-Witch with her new EP Partition that came out, and just a lot of random stuff. I in our MC, but I did listen to some Yaosobi today because it popped up on Apple Music, and I decided, oh, I haven't checked out their new album yet, and it's really good. I highly recommend everyone checking it out. They're on Apple Music. Yodoshika as well is one I was listening to a little bit too. So just a lot of random stuff. And Arashi, their new single is amazing, and I have not gotten enough of it from last week, and I've been playing it like all the time. I just absolutely love it. We'll talk about it later. But just a lot of random stuff. So what about you, Gray? What have you been listening to?
The Ice. 99.9% of my listening pleasure has been The Ice. I have listened to Face I don't know how many times. I love this album. It's so good. So that is mostly what I've been listening to. I did mix it up a little bit. I have also been enjoying Alashi's latest single, so we'll talk more about that when we get to the Oricon. Other than that, nothing too crazy. This week's MC I am eager to talk about, so we'll be getting to that soon. Ken, my buddy, what have you been listening to?
I've been listening to Odyssey's new track, Also Whenever You Call, so it's been good. I've been enjoying a whole lot of that. After that, I've been listening to Life Less Lonely, done by Tender, his new mini album, and I've been enjoying the hell out of that oh so much. It's been a while since I've heard a good release done by him. I've been also listening to Rei Yasuda's Through the Dark once again. It's ever since we did the Music Corner episode, I've been kind of drawing myself back to her just a little bit, but besides that, nothing else new there. I've been listening to a little bit of Nas as well. So, but with that, let's continue on to the news here. And Gray, you have the first piece of news, so go right ahead.
All right, and so for our first article today, we're going to be talking about singer-songwriter Aiko, as she's revealed she's dropping her 40th single, titled Honey Memory, and is set to be released on October 21st. The new single is being released in a single CD-only edition and will come with an 8-page booklet. Pre-orders are up, and you can check that out in the article, and we also have her latest music video for everyone to check out.
And continuing on up, the boys group Super Junior KRY, a subgroup of the popular Korean boy group Super Junior, announced that they will be releasing a brand new single, Traveler, on October 28th. A part of Super Junior's 15th year anniversary in the industry, this will be the latest single done by KRY in the Japanese market since joining hands back in August of 2015, and will be their third overall. It will release with not only their original track Traveler, but a Japanese version of the track When We Are, and will release with a lovely 4 editions. You can check out all the information about that on our site, including the pre-order links on our site as well. And then continuing on to a lovely group that's near and dear to your heart now, Greg. It is the popular dance vocal group The Ice announced that they will be releasing a brand new single called Amp on September 30th. It will serve as part 2 of their 8-month release schedule of consecutive releases, first being Dream On last month. And it will release with only one edition, which is CD plus DVD. And you can check out all the information about that on our site, along with the pre-order links and the music video for Dreamin' On as well.
Just real quick, the digital version of AMP is already out. So if you're on Spotify or Apple Music, you can definitely check this out. And it's a fantastic song. I deeply recommend it.
And continuing on up to vocalist Kyono, announced that he'll be releasing a brand new album titled SAL on October 21st. This will be his latest album since Yo Ake back in October of last year, and will be his second album overall. It'll release with 12 tracks total and come with a CD plus DVD standard edition. You can check out all the information about that on our site, including the music video for The Way on our site as well. Popular 3-member rock band Alexandros announced that they will be releasing a brand new single titled Beast on November 11th. This will be the latest release done by the band since Mosquito Bite back in July, and will be their 18th single overall. It'll come with 3 editions, and you can check out all the information about that on our site, including the music video for their track Philosophy on our site as well. And then continuing on up to popular voice actress Aika Ohashi announced that she'll be releasing a brand new album titled Wings on December 16th. This will be the latest release done by the vocalist since Give Me 5 back in September of last year, and will be her 3rd album overall. Currently, not much is known about the album at the time of reporting, except that it will release with 2 editions. And along with the album, she also announced that she will be releasing a brand new single called Ino to Neko to Ayaka on January 13th of next year. And this is slated to be the theme song for the upcoming anime Ino to Neko Dochi Demo Katteru Mainichi Tanoshi, which will begin airing in October. The single will drop with 2 editions, and you can check out all the information for both the album and the single on our site, including the music video for Start Dash on our site as well. And continuing on up to a vocalist I know that you are just in love with, Luna, it is the popular vocalist Milia Kato announced that she'll be having a tribute album titled Inspired dropping on October 28th. This will be the latest release done by the artist since her Best Fan Selection album, and will be her first tribute album.
I'm super, super excited about this. And she has something else in store that has not officially came out with a title yet. So stay tuned for more releases to celebrate her 20th anniversary. I have been following her, and I really want the edition with the goods, but I want to know what those damn goods are before I spend almost $90 on it. But I do love her, and she is amazing. If you haven't checked her out, definitely check her out. And they have some great artists representing her.
Yeah, just a little hint of all the artists. Anime Lisa is going to be on it. I know that Anne of Bish fame is also going to be on it. And up-and-coming artist Yao Sobi should also be on it, which makes it a very well-rounded cast of this next generation.
Yeah, and she also has her friend Shota Shimizu, who's done collaborations with her, is doing one too. So I'm super excited to see she got him. Now only needs some Thelma. Wink, wink.
Yeah. Currently, there's no additional information available at the time of reporting, but you can check out all that on our site, including the music video for Sayonara Baby featuring Sky High on our site as well. And then continuing on up to the duo Clemico, released the music video for their track Green on their YouTube channel. A part of their latest album, Maze, which was released back in August, the song is used for the upcoming family drama movie Daughters, and the latest music video takes full advantage of that partnership as it features several scenes from the movie to hype up the release. You can check out more information about that on our site, including the music video in question on our site as well. And then continuing on up to the up-and-coming vocalist Hiroya Ozaki announced that he'll be releasing a brand new album titled Golden Hour on October 21st. This will be the first release done by the artist on his new label of Sony Music Japan and will feature guest artists Kreva and Mizuki Ohira featured on the album. It will release with 11 tracks total and come with 2 editions, and you can check out all the information about that on our site, including the music video for his track Someday Smile on our site as well.
Moving on up to our next article, we're going to be talking about 5-member girl idol group Devil Anthem, as they've dropped the latest music video for their latest single titled Versus, which has already dropped. So if you like the song, you can already go ahead and purchase it. We have a link for it. It was a single CD only format, but you can also check out the psychedelic music video that they dropped for this sucker.
And then I'm hyping up the release of his upcoming album, Vocalist Tender. Not only released the music video for his track Joke, but dropped it also across all digital music streaming platforms, set to be a part of his album Lifeless Lonely that released back on the 23rd. It will be his latest release since Hope back in June, and shows off the next evolution, so to speak, of his style. You can check out all the information about that on our site, including the music video in question on our site as well. The music video is trippy as hell, so I don't know if you guys want to watch it. And then going on up to the lovely vocalist Liu, announced that she will be releasing a brand new single titled Carpe Diem on November 25th, and this will be the latest release done by the artist since Magic Words back in January, and will be her second single overall. Popularly known for her cosplay, she looks to shake up the music scene with this upcoming release, and will be the ending theme song for the upcoming action anime I Am Standing on a Million Lives, which will begin airing on October. You can check out all the information about that on our site, including the preview for her music video Magic Words on our site as well. Ahead of their upcoming release, 5-member rock band Slow Threat released a music video for their track Illuminate on their YouTube channel. Attached to their upcoming album Films, releasing on September 25th. This will be the latest release done by the band since their instrumental version of Elenium back in April, and the music video looks to shock the norm with the group's high-energy composition with their emotionally driven lyrics. You can check out all the information about that on our site, including the music video for Illuminate on our site as well. Popular voice actress turned vocalist Momo Asakura announced that she will be releasing a brand new single titled Boku Dane Mieru Hoshi on November 11th. Announced during her Mocho Kara no Oshirase September 12, 2020 vlog, as aptly titled on September 12th. This will be the latest release done by the artist since her album Agasperius back in April, and will be her 8th single overall. It will release with 2 editions, and you can check out all the information about that on our site, including the music video for her track Imasuguni on our site as well. And continuing on up to celebrate the release of the latest Double I single, 4-member idol group Team Sachi released the live music video for both Survivor and Mama on their YouTube channel. Originally clipped from their Team Sachi Tour 2020 Joken Spectacle streaming show Zero live stream that took place back in July. Although not having any audience in attendance, the girls delivered an all-out effort, and this was the latest release since Rocket Queen back in October last year, and was their first release in 2020. Be sure to check out both live music videos on our site. And continuing on up to 4-member rock band A Flood of Circle dropped the music video for their track Beast Mode on their YouTube channel. Set to be the lead track of their upcoming album 2020 that just dropped back on the 23rd. It was available across all music streaming platforms. As previously reported, this will be the latest album done by the band since Center of the Earth back in March of last year, and will be their 10th album overall. You can check out the music video in question and the order links for 2020 if you guys want the physical edition on our site as well. And continuing on up to popular 5-member idol group Kamiyato. This is the kanji version, not the hiragana one that you really like. Great.
I haven't checked out the older sister group yet.
I was gonna say this is the OG Kamiyato. I like them compared to everything else. But
I want to check them out. Yeah.
But yeah, they divulge more information about their upcoming album, The Life of Idol, that will drop digitally on September 30th, with 4 physical editions on October 21st. This will be the latest release done by the group since Brush, and is their 3rd album overall. You can check out all the information for all the lovely editions on our site, including the music video for Brush on our site as well.
Moving on up to our next article, we're going to be talking about 4-member rock band Scandal, as they have announced they're going to be dropping a brand new live concert on November 18th. The concert was for their latest album, Kiss the Darkness, which unfortunately the tour that they had scheduled for 2020 had to get canceled due to the ongoing crisis. So they did a web version of one of their concerts, and now they are putting that out for everyone to pick up. So if you weren't able to check out their performance on August 21st, you can definitely check this out. It's coming in 4 editions. You can definitely check out the site. We have all 4 editions along with the long track listing for the performance.
And then continuing on up to folk rock band Rothbart Baron divulged more information about their upcoming album Gakusai Shoku no Shukusai, releasing on October 28th. This will be the latest album done by the band since Adam back in 2015, and will be their 5th overall. A drop with 10 tracks total, and come with a CD-only standard release. You can check out more information about that on our site, including the official audio for their track Never Forget on our site as well.
Moving on up to the next article, we're going to be talking about 3-member rock band Wands, as they've announced they're going to be dropping a brand new album titled Burn the Secret, which is set to drop on October 28th. This new album will include the current opening theme for super long-running detective anime Detective Conan, which is the song Machina na Lip. We have the music video for that in the article if you definitely want to check that out, along with more details on both of the editions that are set to be released, and a full track listing for everyone that's interested.
And then continuing on up to the vocalist Sho Okamoto of Okamoto's fame announced that he'll be releasing his 2nd solo outing with his track Loop, being released across all digital music streaming platforms. The video for Loop was also available to view on his YouTube channel. Continuing off his single Cult that was released back in June with Odd Footwork's rapper Pedicle, Okamoto seems to be teaming up with the vocalist Ami. Originally recorded remotely due to the ongoing crisis, both artists pay off each other emotionally with this moving composition. You can check out all the information about that on our site, including the music video and the music link for all digital streaming platforms on our site as well.
Moving on up to our next article, we're going to be talking about Korean vocalist Jaejong, as he's actually teamed up with rock legend Hyde to produce the latest opening theme a brand new opening theme for the anime Noblesse. Noblesse is set to premiere on September 28th, so by the time you're listening to this, it's already out, and you could probably check it out on Crunchyroll. So if you're a Jaejong fan or Hyde fan, this is definitely something to keep your ears out for.
And continuing on up to 4-member up-and-coming band Friske announced that they will be releasing a brand new album titled Season 1 on October 21st. This will be the latest release done by the band since Yonaka back in December, and will be their 1st album overall, as well as the first release of 2020. Currently, there's not much information available at the time of reporting, but it include all their previously released singles and come with a CD-only standard edition. You can check out all the information about that on our site, including the music video for Yonaka on our site as well.
Moving on up to our next article, we're going to be talking about rock band Shrikot, as they've announced they're going to be dropping a brand new album titled 10. And as part of the group's 10-year anniversary, the new album is slated to come out on October 21st and will contain a total of 10 brand new songs. It's going to be released in 3 editions total, and we have their little preview of their time at Zep Diversity. So if you're a fan of Tricot, this is definitely something worth checking out.
Japanese Korean girl idol group is one announced that they'll be releasing their first Japanese album titled 12 on October 21st. This will be the latest Japanese release done by the group since Vampire back in September of last year. And the album will come with 2 editions, and you can check out all the information about that on our site, including the music video for Vampire on our site as well.
Moving on up to our next article, we're going to be talking about Music Corner alumni Macaroni and Pizza, as they've announced they're going to be making their major label debut. And we did talk about this briefly on our latest Music Corner roundup, so definitely go check that out if you want some more details on that. But they are going major, and they're going to be dropping a brand new EP titled Io Shirazu ni Mao wa Sukai Enai. And it's set to come out at the end of November. So they're signed on with Toy Factory Inc., which is the 4th largest record label in Japan. So pretty big company. We have a video on the site, which is the band talking about, them going major and their thoughts and feelings on that. So if you're a fan of the band, this is definitely something worth keeping an eye out on.
And then tag teaming off of the news from last week, the popular 4-member rock band Blue and Count divulged more information about their upcoming album QED that is slated to release on November 18th. And as we talked about last week, this will be the latest release done by the group since Yume Migusa from earlier in the month, and will be their 4th album overall. It will release with 11 tracks total and will come with 3 editions. You can check out all the information about that on our site, including the music video for Yume Migusa on our site as well.
All right, moving on up to our next article, we're going to be talking about singer and voice actress Yuri Kamogata, as she has announced she's going to be dropping her 4th mini album. The new mini album is titled Night Walk and is set to drop on November 18th. The new mini album is actually the sequel to her 3rd mini album, A Day, which dropped earlier this year back in March. And we have it's being released in a single CD only edition. We have a pre-order link in the article, along with a little preview for her 3rd mini album, A Day, so everyone can get a taste for what she sounds like.
And continuing on up to celebrate the release of their latest track, Ghost Town, up-and-coming 3-member rock band Ghost Town Club dropped the music video for the song on their YouTube channel. Newly christened back in July, this is their 2nd release since N back in July, and they look to take the industry by storm with their unique sound and composition. Now, I don't know if you guys remember this. I'm talking to both of you here, but do you remember the guitarist that worked with Kenshi when he was on his band phase?
Yes, we talked about him on the Special Kenshi podcast, and we were kind of
Briefly, yes.
wondering what happened.
So, he's in this band. He's the lead guitarist for this band.
That's awesome.
So at least he's still continuing in the music industry. He does still work with Kenshi occasionally, but he said that he's mostly going to be working with this band from here on. So it's good that Hiroshi Nakajima is going to be with them. So he's an amazing guitarist, and we loved a lot of his tracks that he was featured on actually with Kenshi. So, but yeah, you can check out all the information about that on our site, including the music video and digital music streaming link on our site as well.
All right, moving on up to our next article, we're going to talk about singer Keiko, who used to be a member of the popular idol group Calafina before they disbanded. She has announced she's actually dropping her very first solo album titled Lantana, which will be released on December 2nd. The new album is going to be released in 3 editions, and we have pre-order links in the article, along with her latest official music video, Ray. So you can definitely go check that out.
And continuing on up The popular idol group Kiyakizaka 46 divulged more information about their upcoming best of album AM Mori Nagai Ishun Anogoro Tashikani Shizu Sonzai Shita Watashi Tachi that will release on October 7th. And this will be the final release of Kiyakizaka 46 before their last concert on the following week of the 12th and the 13th of October. So this is to wrap up 5 years of work with this edition with 17 tracks total, and it'll come with 3 editions. And it's very interesting with all this lovely releases. You can check out more information about that on our site, including the music video for Kuro Hisuji on our site as well. So this is your last hurrah there, Gray.
I know. I saw, and I'm definitely going to check this out because I'm still, I don't know, I'm still mourning the loss of Urena, but
Which loss? I was gonna say which loss.
Urena. So I am hyped for this. This should be interesting at the very least.
Yeah, their DVD releases is something very interesting because of just all the random tracks that are gonna be a part of it. So make sure you kind of pay attention to which one you want to pre-order.
Yep, will do.
But yeah, continuing on up to 4-member rock band Straighteners announced that they'll be releasing a brand new single titled Sakebu Hoshi across all digital music streaming platforms on October 14th. This will be the latest release done by the band since their EP Graffiti back in April and will be their first single release of 2020. You can check out more information about this on our site, including the music video for Graffiti on our site as well. They're a band that I absolutely, really, really love. Go check them out. And then continuing on up to the up-and-coming 5-member idol group, Seireki 13 Ya announced that they'll be releasing a brand new single titled Romantic Escape on October 21st. This will be the latest release done by the girls since their single Baby Baby Cupid back in June and will be their 6th single overall. You can check out all the information about that on our site, including the music video for Baby Baby Cupid on our site as well. And lastly, the lovely vocalist Sangatsu no Fantasia released a lyric video for her track Samenaide Seishun on her YouTube channel. A part of her upcoming album, Blue Pop wa Nade Yamenai, that will release on September 30th. So right when this drops, you'll have one day to kind of pre-order it. The song lyrics are written by Mia and will deal with the lovely theme of sweat, tears, and smile. The lyric video was drawn by Daisuke Richard, who also wrote the lyrics as well. You can check out all the information about this on our site, including the pre-order links for the album as well. But yeah, with that, let's continue on to this week's music corner as I took the reins this week. And we're going to talk about the lovely, lovely band called Alia. So they are a 6-member rock band that formed back in 2018, and like bands Overworld before them, they introduce the masses to their unique sound, and they kind of do this by introducing instruments that aren't rarely associated to the rock genre, such as the violin. And out of the gate, Alia doesn't shy away from their stylized uniqueness by putting their violinist Reina front and center with a composition that might put it all over the place, but without her elegant sound to rein in that chaos, it kind of works, so to speak. Well, 90% of the time. The vocalist Ayame is also able to dictate the pace of any track that the band does, and without the use of her vocals, tracks like Letter, Mitsuhana, and I and Utopia can't really accomplish that so-called 1-2 formula that kind of clicks with it. They kind of don't go into one slight high energy rock. They kind of go all over with it. They kind of do very emotional ballad like stuff, and they can flip a dime to anime style rock, to pop rock, to high energy rock. And that's what I really do like about this band. I kind of want to hear what you guys have to say about this. Let's start with you, Luna.
So, from the first song I heard by them, I absolutely fell in love with Ayame's vocal style. And I thought that as a group, they are amazing because of how they utilize their instruments to encompass what they're doing in each song. I was just blown away by how each song can sound completely different, yet it's the same group. And like when I first listened to live, Impulse just caught me by surprise with the bass in there. And then, you hear the keyboard come in some of the songs, and it's just fantastic. And Ayame's voice is amazing. And all the when you hear them do a ballad, you hear how powerful her vocals are, and hear them come out, and it just blows me away. I this is a group I've wanted to actually check out for a while, but you actually gave me a chance to really listen to them and dive into them. And I like the uniqueness they use in some of their songs, like in Happy Birthday, right in the middle, it just stops. And you're like, what just happened? And then it starts again. So it gets you really involved with the songs. And their newest one, it is one of the weirdest compositions, and it stuck out just because of what they do with it. So I found that really interesting that they're not afraid to experiment as well. Like you said, they can do all different types of rock. And that is one of the things I love by them. And just that they utilize so many different instruments than a lot of other rock bands. I mean, they have a violinist in there, they've keyboard. They bring everyone together, and I love that. So I pretty much downloaded every album iTunes had by them. That's how much I enjoyed them. They are fantastic. And I'm looking forward to see what they're going to do in the future.
Yeah, no, Alia was a really interesting group. And so the first song I heard by them was their song and it is eye catching, I guess is like the best way to put it. It is a very unique composition. I don't know. I have very mixed feelings about both and Birthday. I thought they were really weird songs. But moving past, I think those are like the only two songs like I was kind of indifferent on. The rest of it's fantastic. I really did enjoy their album Alive, and both Alive and Realize are fantastic mini albums. And I still think my favorite song they did was Slide Sunset. For me, the vocalist of the group, Ayame, for me, she was the backbone. I do love the wide types of compositions that they encompass, and it is very interesting. Like, I think they had like two experimental songs, and they weren't my thing, but when they're sticking to their thing and they're doing their just their normal routine, like everybody is really good at what they do, and you can really hear it, and it shines out. And they have really fun and interesting compositions, and it can be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's one thing that I ended up really, really liking about them is that they're kind of just a really fun band when they need to be. And that's what you kind of need, especially right now with everything going on. You kind of need that pick me up, so to speak, and they're kind of that fresh of breath air, which I really did enjoy when I was going through my time with them. So I'm happy that for the most part, you guys both kind of like them. So
Oh, I'm more kind of like that. I love them. And I mean, they blew me away because they were something very unique and just stuck out to me, and something I needed for the week too.
Yeah, I'll say I'm really looking forward to the roundup because I'm really hoping some they'll probably drop something between now and our next MC roundup, and I'm really interested to see what that next release is going to look like. Like, are they going to go in a more experimental direction like I and Birthday, or are they going to I'm kind of interested to see what they do next. And
yeah, because they kind of just pick whatever genre they want to do, and they kind of just stick with that. They don't really stick to a lane.
Yeah.
They kind of experiment with all the rock lanes they can, which is good, honestly.
Yep.
But yeah, you can check out all the information about that on our site. You can check out their official website, Twitter, and Instagram on our site as well. But yeah, I'm happy that you guys kind of like them. So.
Oh yeah, thank you, Ken, for introducing us to them. It was a lot of fun checking them out.
Yes, thank you so much for introducing them. I absolutely love them.
Okay, with that, let's continue on to this week's Oricon. And it was interesting, to say the least. But yeah, let's start off with number 10. It is Kondan, once again, by Yaneza Kenshi. Probably when the album is starting to die out, this will probably die out with it, unfortunately. That is the magic of the beast there. But this week it sold a lovely 21,568 points, and going on up to Hadaka no Kokoro by Aimyo. Nothing much we can say about that. She's been killing it with her album release as well. This week it sold a lovely 23,453 points. Going on up to number 8, it is Hello EP by Official Higedandism. I don't know what to say. This it's been on here for close to five months now, on and off. So Japan really loves their Official Hige, so there's that. But this week it sold a lovely 24,348 points. And going on up to number 7, it is Yoru ni Kakeru by Yaosobi. Good for her. I've been very, very happy for Yaosobi. Not much we can say, but it's making me anticipate that next release, and hopefully she can stick the landings. And this week it sold a lovely 26,885 points. And going on up to number 6, it is Make You Happy by Need You. I'll say what I need to say with this track, but it still does very well with the younger crowd, especially with the TikTok and Instagram wheel people. And this week it sold a lovely 29,392 points. And going on up to number 5, it is our first new track, and it's Uta no Prince Sama Superstar. This is and Genesis Heavens. Well, I was gonna say He Star Veins, but Heavens. And this is part of the lovely Utano Prince Husbando anime series. And what do you guys think about this? I know we had some interesting times with the Husbandos, but Utano Prince Sama is usually fairly solid.
It wasn't bad. I do like the husbandos. It wasn't my favorite of the Utano Puri, but I thought it was pretty solid, pretty typical of the husbandos. It was very enjoyable, but it was a little forgettable.
Yeah, I agree mostly with Luna. I really do feel like it is pretty enjoyable. I mean, one of the things that really stuck out with this particular release is how well these guys harmonize with each other. But at the end of the day, this is a very forgettable track, and I mean, it's not. It wouldn't convert you if you're not a fan of them already. So, I mean, it's okay. I didn't dislike it, but I don't know if I'd run out and buy it today.
Well, I mean, you're not really a fan of the husband.
No, I'm not. So. No, I'm not their target audience either. But I mean,
Yeah. So, I mean, like for the first two songs, Superstar and This Is, they're fairly husbando fodder. I thought Genesis Heavens is alright. They kind of kicked the pants out of these two because it was a more rock driven composition. So compared to the usual pop stuff that they kind of do. But I was kind of happy that they did it. But you guys are right. It is kind of part of the course for them. They're not going to really change what they're known for because that's how they lose their fans. But regardless, Superstar, This Is, and Genesis Heaven sold a lovely 30,582 copies. And going on up to number 4, it is Whenever You Call by Arashi. Now, I will preference this. This made the chart with only 3 days being counted because it was released on Friday and the ending day is on Monday. So imagine a full week of this.
Oh, this song is going. This song's going to be everywhere. I can already feel it in my soul. Like this song's going to be fire everywhere.
Oh yes, as soon as that music video dropped, I was addicted. As soon as it went digital, I was addicted. And this is an amazing song by Arashi, and Bruno Mars did a fantastic job composing it and working with the group. I feel like he brought out all their vocals in this one, and that is one of the reasons I just think it is a showcase of their talent, and their English is fantastic in it. But it is their vocals that just blow you away because it just shows how much talent these guys have. And this way, the world can actually hear them. For people who don't want to listen to music in Japanese, they can actually hear this magnificent Japanese boy group who's been around for 20 years, and just hear how talented they are. And maybe this will get them to check out their music in Japanese. So I love them so much, and this just a good way to show the world what they got.
Oh, yeah, no, I completely agree with Luna here. This song is absolutely insane. I've had it on repeat ever since I heard it. It is really, really good. And it does do a really, really good job of showcasing each of the guys' talents. But I really feel like this song is also a showcase for Bruno Mars. You can really hear his influence in this song. Like, when I lived in Charlotte, I had to work with a guy. He was a huge Bruno Mars fan, so I had to listen to a lot of his music. So when I heard this song, I was like, man, I can really hear that Bruno Mars influence. And, Bruno Mars is a very talented musician. So this wound up being like the best of both worlds in a huge way, because it still feels like an Arashi song. Like, you still have that group identity. This doesn't sound entirely out of their discography. Now, I'm still going through their discography and learning about them, so I could be wrong on that. And I'm sorry if you disagree with that opinion. But that being said, I do think this is just a wonderful showcase for everyone. And this song is absolutely great. We're going to be talking about this song for weeks. This thing's going to be a chart topper. It is just absolutely amazing. Also, go check out the music video because those dance moves are fire.
Agreed. Agreed.
So I'll just add this comment here. I'm pretty sure if the Olympics went off, this was the response to them being in the Olympics. Because there's no way Bruno Mars would have easily done it within a year's time. They must have planned this at least months and months beforehand. So I'm pretty sure they did this in response that they were going to be a part of the Olympics.
I'm pretty,
And that's why the entire and that's why the entire track's in English too.
Yeah.
It's fairly weird that they did that, and that's why I was thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, no, the Olympics would be already done around this time, and if people who heard Arashi, and Arashi would have been very, very involved with the Olympics.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the members is going to be the casters for the Olympics when they always do it. They're always usually fairly involved with the Olympics. So
Yeah.
this probably would have timed out around the time the Olympics end.
Yeah, my best guess is, just judging off of the timing and the release of it, is they were really wanting to ride the wave of their international exposure. And you look at like their last single, In the Summer. I mean, it has some Japanese in it, but that's like a 50-60% English song. So they've been trending English for a little while, and it does make some sense this song particularly would be in English because Bruno Mars did write the lyrics himself, and I don't think he's...
I mean, with Endless Summer too, it was going to be the beginning of the Olympics, if I remember the timing for that around there too.
About
it was
the
going to
time,
be either the beginning or about the time of either the start of the Olympics or a little bit before the start of the Olympics, and they would have been advertising the hell out of Odyssey, regardless.
Oh yeah, and I'm willing to bet this actually would have gotten way more. I mean, it's already gotten a lot of promotion, but I imagine like they would have really blown this thing out had the Olympics happened. Like they would have advertised it in advance.
it would have, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, instead of 1 week's time, which gave me a panic attack. But yeah, I mean, it's a really great song. I've enjoyed my time with it. As one of the more OG people that is in the Arashi fandom, it's alright. I can see the influence, like you said earlier, Gray, with Bruno Mars there. It's just for me, it's alright. Like, I really did enjoy my time with it, but it's not going to knock off my heavy hitters of what I consider Arashi tracks. It is a very, very great addition to that. It's obviously will be part of my I want to say top 15 to top 10 in there if I slot that in right now, but it's not going to beat my top 5. But it's a very, very, very solid track. And bravo to the both of them. So with that, let's continue. This week it sold a lovely 31,986 points, and continuing on up to number 3, it is Time Warp by the lovely Perfume, our senpais here. So what do you guys think about this track?
I thought it was fun. I love Perfume in general, so it was a cute, fun song and very them. I don't really have too much to say about it just because I already like Perfume and I just think it's another solid hit track by them. It's catchy and I don't know, it's a good time for this right now. I think I needed it.
Yeah, no, I agree with Luna. This is a really wonderful track. I felt like this is a fantastic song, and I didn't want my perception of the music video affecting my enjoyment of the song, so I just minimized the window that I was watching it in. And yeah, I mean, these girls are fantastic. This song is super catchy, and it's really nice to see these girls are doing fantastic. And, I'm always happy to see them when we get to talk about them, so.
Yeah, it was a very interesting track. It's very Perfume, and I could see that their international prowess is still kind of growing here. They've been kind of doing a lot of more international stuff as of late, and Time Warp is kind of adding on to that that style that they've been kind of going with as of late. But with that, this week it sold a lovely 34,949 points, and going on up to number 2, it is Dynamite by BTS. Now, I'll preference this. I've been kind of seeing a lot of this song on the TikToks and the Instagram reels, so it's been kind of doubling down of not only being a BTS track that's been fairly good, but it being popularized to hell and back across all social media. So there's that. I've been kind of like dealing with that. I was like, why is this song still on there? I mean, I like BTS and I understand the appeal of this song. But I was just like, it's been a while since we saw a dragged out track like this by them. And now I got my answer. But this week it sold a lovely 38,930 points. And continuing on to Endless Summer by Kiss My Feet to number 1 here. So what did we think about this track here?
I loved it and I know Kiss My Feet is super hit or miss for me, but this one was a hit. I thought it was a nice, fun summer song. And although the music video wasn't available where in the US, I still was able to watch several of the live performances and they were great. I mean, it just inspired me and just had a especially with summer ending, I think this was the perfect way to end it, especially the first day of fall being a couple days ago. So this was a perfect start to that. And it brought me back to that summer feeling. And it's just a fun track. And the guys have great vocals in it too. And I enjoyed the composition as well.
Yeah, no, I really, really enjoyed this track. I thought it was wonderful. It's fun, it's catchy. You really feel the guy's personality shine through in this song, and I mean, it just hits all the right notes. It's super catchy. If it was available on iTunes and Apple Music, I would probably be downloading and listening to it on repeat. So it does its job. It's absolutely wonderful.
And it's kind of also chalks up to your other things of liking the junior song style.
Yeah,
also.
yeah, I'm very much into the juniors. They click with me. I don't know why, but yes.
So I mean, it's that splash of traditional Johnny style with a little bit more modern, which I freaking love. I don't mind this. I really like this track. The rap I could kind of deal without, but it's only on one part. But everything else, the entire track was solid from front to back. And if it wasn't for the Arashi song, if I had to choose a song that was fully in Japanese, it's easily number 2 here. But yeah, it's a very solid track, and it is encompassing Johnny's style. So I'm very happy that, with them and King and Prince, the Johnny style isn't completely all dead with the juniors. Well, that and Johnny's Juniors there. So, or Johnny's West. There we go. I was thinking of the name. So at least we have those 3 bands or groups to kind of go with the traditional Johnny style. So that's what I don't mind there. But with that, Endless Summer sold a lovely 184,255 points here. And let's quickly go on to the albums here. Got a couple of notes here. So LN dropped quite a bit from King and Prince there to number 9. We got the 24-hour from 17th also dropped down to number 6. You got Continue by A to B to C to Z. At number 5, you got your Gundam Song Covers 2 by Motoguchi. On number 4, you got Aimyon at number 3, Stray Sheep from Kenshi at number 2. And at number 1, it is twice 3, which is kind of surprising with the amount sold here, only 112,000. I thought it would at least break to 200,000 to 300,000, but it is what it is. But yeah, with that, I want to say thank you very much for listening to this week's episode of Ongaku. You can find the lovely podcast on all these social media websites at Twitter and Instagram at Ongaku. You can find the site at ongaku.com. You can also follow our affiliates, Koryu Hunter. He is a Twitch streamer who does all these spooky horror and retro games. He just finished his lovely series of leading ladies of retro video games, so go check that out at twitch.tv/KoryuHunter, KYORYUHUNTER. You can also check out our lovely affiliate Timbertap, who is a Twitch streamer in his own right, and he was just doing a lovely bout of roulette stuff, and I don't know if you'll be interested in this, Gray, but he was also dabbling through Doom. I think he's just about finishing his first run of Doom, of the latest release.
Nice.
Not Eternal, but the latest iteration.
Oh, the 2016 reboot?
Yes.
That's a fun game.
But yeah, you can check him out at twitch.tv/Timbertaft, TIMBERTAFT. You can also check out our other affiliate, Rose, who's your sister Luna, and she's been doing all the lovely stuff with Monster Hunter. I wonder if she is very excited about Monster Hunter Rise for the Switch. But you can check her out at twitch.tv/RainstarKitty, RAINSTARKITTY. You can also check out our last affiliate, Fangirl Has No Name, who is a variety Twitch streamer and is very involved with the Zelda community. You can also check her out at twitch.tv/Fangirl Has No Name, FANGIRLHASNONAME. You can also check out the podcast that me, Fangirl, Lou, and Timber are on called Podosaurus. And this past episode, we talked about all the lovely stuff that happened on our preemptive E3 episode between all 3 consoles. Probably next week, we'll be talking about what's going on with TGS, which is going on right now. But you can just look it up on all podcast media services using the lovely word Koryu Hunter, same as the Twitch handle, and you should find it there. You can also check out what I've been playing on twitch.tv/ongaku. I've been playing the lovely Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild there, and also the AKB 1/149 dating sim game. You can check out all my lovely luck with all the girls of AKB, SKE, NMB, and HKT48 as I try to swoon their hearts. And this game was made back in 2016, so this is quite dated already. But you can check out all that on the lovely Twitch handle there. But yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at OTYCan1, where I talk about Bang Dream, Aina Aiba, Bang Dream, the NBA Finals, Bang Dream, TGS, and did I mention Bang Dream? Bang Dream. And where can we find you, Gray?
You can find me on Twitter at OngakуGray, where I'm tweet about what I'm watching, what I'm listening to, all that fun jazz, so just follow me there.
And you, Luna?
You can find me on Twitter, Letterboxd, my anime list, Anime Planet at LunaMaria87, and Instagram as Nerdy Collector Luna, where you can see what I'm doing, what I'm watching, and all that fun jazz.
But yeah, I want to say once again, thank you for joining us on this episode of Ongaku. I'm your host, Ken, saying thank you very much and have a great day. Aloha.
This is Luna saying I hope you have a great rest of your week. Thank you so much for listening. Ja matane.
And this is great. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys next time.